What is up, lovely people around the world? It's your host, Simone.
Co-host Lala.
And Gina.
Well, I was going to introduce you later, Gina, but that's fine. Welcome back to I Was Thinking. Yay. Back. And have we gotten any more professional? No. But we're back. Did you guys miss us? We missed you too. And I say we're back with an asterisk. Appropriate mark, right? An asterisk.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. But yes, how's everyone doing? Are you excited to be back? Okay, you gotten alive.
Yeah, surviving, doing well.
That's all we can really do. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, enthusiasm. We are back, sort of, with the podcast. So what I mean by that is just, I am pretty sure, as everyone knows, it's been rough out here. Especially if you've been in America, but I mean, just worldwide, yes, but especially if you've been in America, if you live here. So all that, and then a lot of things happening with all of us personally. So I remember a few months ago, we did get together and, talk about the future of the podcast. As Lala and Gina can probably tell you, I got very emotional. It's something I've been working on for 5+ years now. I'm just not really ready to give it up. But again, due to personal reasons and job, and I mean, I can say it right now. I actually won't be living in Florida for a long time. So your Florida girl is going to be moving out of the tropics. But yes, I am actually moving with my father. So got to prepare for all of that. We're going to try to at least record some episodes. So we're not going to be on a strict schedule, 2-week schedule week. It's just going to be whenever we can record.
Pretty much. And whenever any of us are available too. So at this point, me and Gina will be switching off wherever we can. Obviously, yes, like Simone said, the world, everything that's going outside. But right now for me, obviously, I've mentioned how full-time, student and, full-time job, things are getting a little bit more crazy, a little bit more hectic. I'm almost towards the end of my schooling, which thank God. But with that being said, classes are getting a lot tougher and a lot more demanding. So lately, the energy has literally been work and school. And work has been a little crazy right now for any of my finance and accounting people. Obviously, year-end, audit, and apparently the company that I work at, their audit season doesn't end until April, which is crazy to me. I've already been doing overtime lately, so it's been a little crazy for me right now.
Yeah. And I'm just going to be coming in when Lala is bombarded with all the school and all the life things that are happening. I've been on the podcast a few times before, just doing fun things and hanging out. But it'll be really fun to, pop in and be like an honorary co-host, essentially. I am on a mom schedule, so that can also be hectic for those of you that are parents. Because, you're on not only your own time, but your kids' time. But I do feel like I can pop in a lot more. And I think it's going to be fun, too, because there may be a change of pace in some of the content, too, because we have now 3 brains. And I think it's going to be really fun. And I'm just glad that I can help out on a capacity, so that we're not all stressed all the time, because life is already so stressful. Everything going on. But I am so excited to be just a part of this.
Well, I'm glad you guys are excited too. I mean, I did try to do this earlier in the days too. But again, life happened. So I have 2 brand new co-hosts. Keep going. It's been a lot. But yes, we're still going to come on here, bring you fun times and have fun times for us. So we can all just for at least an hour or 2, hopefully not 2 hours. But at this point, if we're bringing you an episode every month, maybe it'll be 2 hours if you like the 2-hour episodes, to just about all our problems, talk about our hobbies, enjoy the wonders, which speaking of hobbies, one thing that we're all, very excited about, BTS is finally coming back.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I need a schedule though. I need a schedule from them because I don't care at this point if it has the question marks, that's fine. But then I at least know that something's dropping that day. You know what I mean? Like it's the Capricorn in me. Okay, I'm sorry. I need a schedule. I need to know when I have to like schedule my breakouts, like my freak out moments. So that way I can put them on my calendar and like take a moment to walk away from like work or school.
I don't know. This has been a lot different than their normal comebacks. I do feel like when they talked about like a rebrand, like we're actually seeing it. And I know in like our Discord server, there's been a few people like anticipating waiting for like possibly a pre-release. I'm gonna just say it now. I don't think that's coming. I think we're just going to get the comeback on the 20th. So we're just going to get the title track and all the music at once. No more pre-releases, which I mean, if we're being honest, I know like other K-pop fans are going to be mad when I say this, but I don't care. They kind of started the trend with pre-releases because they were the first ones that I'm aware of to do that with Black Swan, with Map of the Soul 7, because for at least have I've been aware from K-pop, it was always the comeback, the title track, and then if there's a B-side that they want to promote as well to stay on music shows longer, they would promote that B-side as well. And even sometimes like extra, like a music video. So it hasn't been, at least that I'm aware of, the most recent like 5-6 years now where a lot of groups were doing pre-releases. And who knows if that's going to change after BTS has come back.
I don't think, because that's a way of like controlling everything. I will say though, I am like very proud, and I shouldn't be surprised, right? That nothing has been like leaked. Like I'm very happy about that. I'm happy that everything has been, as much as it's been like driving me nuts, right? Like again, I would rather get word from either the guys or from Hype, like a schedule or anything like that. If they want to do spoilers, like I'd rather it be the guys to do it, So it's been nice. Obviously, it's just been kind of like, oh my God, it's quiet. It's very quiet. Like I'm a little scared of what's about to come because it's way too quiet. Girl, we've all been waiting for this. For what now?
I know. I mean,
years, right? Yeah, 3 years.
They haven't had like a full group comeback since I personally don't even really consider Take Two like a comeback.
Okay.
So has it been since Proof?
I think since Proof, which would, I think it would put us at 3 years.
No, well, Proof came out in 2022. So it'd be like 4 years.
Oh, sorry, 4 years. Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, it came out before Jin left.
Yeah, because
right. Do I not know time anymore? Listen,
nope. Yeah, you're right.
Morning,
I don't know. My years are blending. I'm not.
It has. I literally had to turn around and look at the poster because the Busan concert was around the time that they did Proof. So yes, it's 4 years.
Oh, yeah, because Run BTS was on Proof. Lord.
Yeah, and that was the last time that they did a concert, really.
You get to see Run BTS in concert.
And the set list is probably already made. I don't even know if I can beg for come back home anymore. I've been begging for it.
It might already be on there, Simi. It might be on there. You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Not.
Like, I just, a part of me feels like I don't know if they're really going to put any of like their old music. By the way that they're moving and by the way that they're singing, like, this is a whole rebrand situation. Like, I just don't, I mean, I can probably see them. There's only one way that I can see it. It's like a way for them to be like, all right, this is the last time that you're going to see this be performed or talked about or whatever. And then it goes in the vault and that's it.
So I have a conspiracy theory.
Can I say something before you talk about your conspiracy theory?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, their concerts be like 5 hours long. You got to have some old songs in there to have a 3-hour long concert. Like, I'm pretty sure this new album's already going to be like a lot longer than we expected. I'm assuming an hour and a half. But again, the way BTS be having like 3 almost 4-hour concerts, you still need to put some type of old songs in there. Now, whether it's the same old songs they always perform, like the B-sides they always perform, or if it's going to be like new ones they haven't performed in a very long time, I would really like that. But again, I can't dictate, and I'm sure whatever case studies or like online people who are present online talk about what songs they want to hear, they're going to follow that the most. But, you know, a girl can dream.
Also, their solo sets may be more songs because of all of them having solo work now too.
If they want to incorporate that. Also depends, because I remember for Permission to Dance, also 3+ hours. I think that was the first time in a while before they started doing like solo songs on their albums. They didn't perform like any solo songs. And that was before, you know, they started doing their own like individual albums. But as far as like solo songs from past albums as a group, they didn't perform any. So, I mean, it could be another case too, where they just do group songs, or depending if we get solo songs on this new album, we got 14 tracks to compare that to. If they want to do unit songs, we don't know if there's going to be unit songs.
Plus, on top of that, like, not saying that they're going to be like yapping for like 2 hours, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's going to be like performance, you know, a little part where they're talking and everything like that. Like, we haven't seen them in 4 years together. So I don't know. I mean, for crying out loud, we yap, and sometimes it goes for 2 hours.
I mean,
so, like, you don't, I don't know.
But I don't know. My thought was too, when it comes to songs that they might perform, there is a thing going around that they have now that they're having ARMY make playlists of songs that fit with whatever theme. There is a thing going around that says BTS might like look at your playlist that you make. It's this thing that they did after, because they made us do the vote for what type of love on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And it was self-love that one.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're having people make playlists that BTS will quote.
Okay, but are those playlists only available on Spotify? Because you're still excluding tons of fans who don't use Spotify. I don't use Spotify.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just like in general, share your playlist, or if it's only Spotify. That I do not know. But I wonder if it's kind of like the survey they did before, like where they said, what songs do you want to see BTS perform? And Bapse was like, obviously, one. But like, I wonder if they're going to look through there and see what songs that repeat on a lot of people's playlists and kind of gauge where people are, so they can put like encore songs, or, you know, make it more interactive in a way. Like, I don't know. And I actually don't know if it's exclusive to Spotify or if it's just because there's really no way they can see it. And I don't know where you share it, because on Spotify, there's no way to hashtag things. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Because on social media, you can hashtag and people can find your stuff, but you can't do that.
So here's the thing with that, though, is that artists get a notification. They do get a notification whenever a song gets added to a playlist, and they get to see the name of the playlist.
So that would mean that interns are going to be like scouring the internet for BTS songs being added. That's interesting. I didn't really think about how artists can see when their songs are added.
Yeah, because I can't remember who. There was an artist at an interview that mentioned it, and I remember like it went crazy because
we'll just add Come Back Home to every playlist that we make in the world.
Much.
I don't make playlists, so I just listen to the music I download. What are you sighing for, Lala?
Because it's fine. I love you. It's okay. It's fine.
What did I do? Don't tell me.
No, nothing. It's just you are the first person that I have met that doesn't do playlists.
Listen, maybe it's just the way my brain works. I don't understand the concept of playlist. I get it, but if I'm just in a mood for a song the way like Apple Music, lets you now queue up songs, then I just do it that way. I also listen to the same song like 1,000 times and never get tired of it. So, but then there's a song that will pop up I forgot I added to my library, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to listen to this. I don't know.
Do you ever put your library? Do you ever put your library on like shuffle?
That's how I listen to my music. It's always on shuffle.
Oh, so essentially that is your playlist then. Okay.
Well, no, because I don't actually create a playlist where it's like theme music, like workout playlist, and just pick songs I want to listen to when I work out.
No. Yeah. But essentially you have all your music downloaded and you just put it on shuffle. It's all the music that you enjoy. Like,
yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. Like so my playlists are a little weird because I also don't have like, workout, study, or whatever. I have it like there is a vibes playlist, which that's the one that's way over 24 hours. Majority of all my music is on there. And then I have it separated by like K-pop, Spanish, and like my rock alternative. So depending on like what genre I want to listen to, then I jump into the other playlist. If I only want to stick to that one. And then I have the main playlist where like it has all my music.
I don't play my music. It can go from a song I downloaded when I was a child, like Get Low, all the way to like Just One Day by BTS, and then the random Gasolina, the next song, that's like Fever, the next song. That's how I listen to my music. It's just whatever pops up.
I'm the person who has workout playlist, cooking playlist, in the car playlist, writing playlist. Like and then I have playlists that I've made for people and sent them to them. Listen, I'm of the generation that like we downloaded stuff on LimeWire and Napster and like made CDs to put in our cars. Like that's how, so the playlist is very important to me. Like I had Car Jams Volume 1, 2, 3, like in a little binder in my car. And then I have like classical and this CD. So I've just kept that my whole life to my playlist. So like when you go into my Spotify, it's just like 100 playlists, and I can like find what mood I'm in by just clicking one.
See,
I'm just like psychopath. But see, I also feel like it's the Aquarius in me, because we don't like one thing. We have to have like so many different things. So my playlists are like all my genres like mixed up. And then I have shared playlists, like with Caitlin. I have a shared playlist that she and I add songs to for our playlist. Because you can have collaborators on Spotify, so people can like add stuff to your playlists. So like we have a collab playlist where we just add songs on the playlist for just our listening pleasure.
I know what I like, and I know where it is. My mood can change like at that minute, because I might think I'm in one mood and I start listening to the songs to fit the mood. And then I'm like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. And then I change it. So that's why it's got to be on a shuffle.
I've never used Apple.
Here's the thing. And because of that, I got curious. So with Spotify, you do have to put it on a playlist in order to listen to it. I'm trying to see like if you can go to like what you just download, because like with Apple, you just download the music and it essentially just puts it in one spot where you could actually go through the list, and you can, if I'm correct, I do remember that you can put it in either artist alphabetical order, or it goes by song alphabetical order, and then you can go ahead and just click play. But I think with Spotify, they don't have that.
So with Apple Music, is it streaming, or do you have to buy and download the songs?
No, you can stream them. Well, you can do both, because, it used to be iTunes, but actual Apple Music is the streaming site. So it's not iTunes. You can still buy them if you want, but Apple Music is the streaming platform. And I know they've updated it now. So like they track monthly, like how you do the raps every year. They do the raps like monthly if you would like. There is a new feature to where like you can see if you add friends, what your friends are listening to. They have the radio stations where if you pick like Like there's a K-pop of 2000s that you can play, and it'll randomly just like play 2000 songs in K-pop, like a radio, basically. So
I would be curious to try Apple Music for a few months. I haven't used it at all, and I was on iTunes obviously before Apple changed it over. But maybe I will try. I don't know. I hear the sound quality is better.
I was just going to say that a lot of people say the sound quality on Apple is a lot better than Spotify. So
listen, maybe it's time to try new things for me.
And I don't think Apple gives you like an option to where like you don't have to have a membership. You still got to listen to ads. I think if you just pay a subscription for Apple Music, like there's no ads. So, but again, it's because you're downloading the music.
I just am so curious to see, because there are, like, I know too, like with the people who stream and buy albums on, you know, in the fandom, they have stuff set up for Apple Music and stuff. And I always am just like, I should try to like listen to music, because I did hear that the sound quality is better. And I'm like, maybe this is the album I listen to on the best quality that I can.
And you can make playlists. Like I search up playlists to listen to. For example, last year, and I'm gonna do it again in March because I am seeing Twice when they come to Orlando. Like since their set list is already out, I can look up a playlist on on Apple Music, and people will make playlists of their set list that I can listen to like get familiar with the songs and like be hyped and like know the lyrics a little bit better. I did that with ATEEZ last year too. So, I mean, people do make playlists. It's just not me. And you can make them public or you can make them private.
Well, get ready. If I get it, you're going to have a million Simi playlists just sent to you.
Okay.
Just a million.
She does, because she's created some for me.
Yeah, see?
So I just went ahead while you guys were talking and I went and looked on Spotify. Yeah, you can't, like, you can listen to, because obviously Apple lets you like download the album as well. Spotify lets you download the album. But if you want to go listen to it, you have to go to the album itself. It doesn't like list the song.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by like essentially the way Apple does it, when you download the songs that you like to listen to, it automatically basically is putting it into a playlist. It's just there's no
so Spotify doesn't have like a separate library for you essentially. Like if you just want to listen to the music you add, there's no library where you can just go listen to the music you add. See, I don't like that. No. But then again, I'm a stickler for things I like. Okay. I think Spotify is great for people to don't really like, especially if you're a big music head, but no.
I will say that like, cause you have like, so with Spotify, and Apple does this too, because I used to have Apple. You can go into like indie artists, but I feel like with Apple, it was harder to find like indie artists or any new music, because obviously they always put like, they bump the popular artists and or songs, you know? And Spotify, you could actually go through and you'll come across people you've never like listened to or heard or things like that. So that's the one thing that I did like.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I think not only indie artists, I think it's also a little easier to find like international artists as well if they're not as like popular. I may come across from like different countries, and I try to look up their music on Apple Music and it's not available, but I don't have Spotify, but it may be available on Spotify. So
yeah.
I think that's why probably people do end up getting both, because sometimes sound quality is super important, but other times too, like you said, like finding different artists is also important to some people too. So I'm probably going to end up being both. I have a feeling.
But plus too,
I did have both at one time.
Yeah, I hear, because you know how this fandom is sometimes with like streaming and the numbers and all that. I did hear it's also easier for streams to count on Apple Music than it is for Spotify. And I do believe, listen, all the streaming as far as paying artists is trash, but Apple Music is slightly better than Spotify as far as paying the actual artists as well, if you stream their music. And there's a couple others
too. In this day and age, that means something.
Yeah, I mean, 10 cents more, I think is a lot.
Listen, that's a
it
lot.
adds up. It does add up.
Yeah. No, I think this is good information because there are probably people out there trying to figure out the streaming situation and what all this means and how it's different because they keep changing the rules all the time. And with this comeback, it's going to be bigger than they've ever had. I mean, even going through ticketing again, ticketing wars that went on, that was bigger than anybody had ever seen. So I feel like this comeback is going to come with some amazing things, but also glitches. We're going to be faced with a lot of different things and hopefully not crash every single thing we try to get into, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about that. So, like, speaking of the BTS comeback, obviously, if you're an ARMY, you know all this, but I feel like it's fine. You know, I don't know if there's people who like listen to us and are BTS fans and don't be like, oh my God, they're talking about BTS again. But anyway, we all experienced, if you tried the ticketing bloodshed that happened in January for their tour. And thankfully, we all won the war. We won the war, all three of us, and we got tickets. So we are seeing BTS live. But that was ridiculous. That was insane.
I
worth the permission to dance.
I still think about it and have like flashbacks of what that was like. I was telling Paul, I was like, do you realize that this is the only first leg? There will be a second leg and we will be doing this again. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, no, this is the start, but they will come back around. And I was like, it will happen again. We will be in the same position again, going into battle, probably with even more people than before. And it's just, but it was seriously one of the most intense ticketing experiences I've ever had in my life. Like, I still can't believe how blessed we were, because the people that were not blessed, I feel for them immensely, because it was crazy. There were so many errors. There were so many like just glitches that Ticketmaster and SeatGeek of all places, which is still bizarre to me, just couldn't handle the flow of in their space, which I think does lead us to like why BTS is doing a comeback live with Netflix. And why, because we all know Weverse would never handle that.
I mean, I hope Netflix can, because I've been hearing some of their live things like WWE be also crashing. Okay. God. We still got to just be prepared.
I'm just happy that they are actually streaming one of the concerts, because obviously like they didn't post that when they released the concert dates. So it's nice to know that they are airing one of the concerts.
And just with how secretive they've been with this whole project, I think I was like nervous they weren't going to, because they didn't want spoilers for the shows, but I also feel we live in the age of social media where nothing, will be secret. If they can film it and they can have a phone, they will film.
Yeah.
So they would have to show at least one day of the show. But I do feel like they're going to be changing it up on us, though, knowing them.
Well, so the one on Netflix is like a special comeback performance. Like, how they used to do, why are the other programs blanking right now? Anyway, shows like that in Korea is just going to be on a bigger scale worldwide for about an hour, I think, because I think the timestamps are already on Netflix. So there's that. And then the actual, live performance of the tour, which they will be putting in theaters for Korea and Tokyo, because Japan, for some reason, all their content is locked down. Okay. So hard to find like Japanese content of any sort. And if you find it, good luck if it's translated to your language. But they'll be putting, I think both notices said day 2 in theaters, but then they'll be streaming the first 3 days in Korea on like not Weverse, but whatever partnership they use for live concerts. So,
So are we going to see?
I'll probably do that as theater.
Oh, I'm doing that. I'm doing the Weavers.
But I didn't even look at that information yet. I don't even know. I didn't even read those like messages. I'm gonna have to go through so that I can get ticket or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think ticket are available to buy yet. By the time this recording comes out, whether depending when I edit, what was the date? I think the live viewing for the Weavers part doesn't go on sale until next week, the 27th, if I'm remembering correctly. And I don't know when tickets for the movie go on sale. So there's two things. So, I mean, we're going to get tons of content. We're going to get the Netflix one, which I am also glad they're doing it on Netflix because we'll instantly get a replay. We won't have to wait like months and months to get something. It should automatically be on Netflix to rewatch whatever for a while. We'll have, whether you do Weverse in the theater, and then for us, because we were lucky enough to get tickets, we'll see it live ourselves. So it's just going to be a very 2026 BTS field year.
Wait, was the what is it that you just said just a while ago? What was it that Netflix was having trouble with the live stream? Was it the fight?
WWE?
Yeah.
WWE.
Were you able to rewatch that afterwards? Like after it ended?
I'm not a wrestling fan, so I don't know if you can go back and rewatch those. But
because, like, from my understanding, is I don't think you're able to rewatch the live that drops on Netflix because I don't.
It depends on their content because I know Beyonce had a contract to where her 13-minute Christmas performance was on Netflix. They just took it off, but it was on there for a year where you could just watch that. So I was hoping they do the same for BTS because you're right. I didn't realize that because they've streamed like football games before on Netflix and they're not available to watch afterward. So I don't know if that's a supporting thing or not, but maybe I'm talking before it actually happens. I'm going to assume if they put in a contract to stream this, they would want this to be available for at least a year or so.
No, I think they will because to me, a football game is different because people can, people would use that content for other things, where a concert, I feel like, is something that people would watch over and over instead of tearing for their own videos or
right.
sports.
Like who wants to watch a sports game that happened like 2 weeks ago when they're, moving? I don't know anything about sports. What is it when they get eliminated or whatever compared to like a concert where you can watch over and over?
No, I think too, like with a performing artist, I think it would have to be that you would be able to watch it. And they know too that like not every army is in the same time zone. So there might be some time zones that people are just asleep or they're working and they can't view it. So it would be silly not to have this kind of thing and not be able to rewatch it.
It'd be very silly for Netflix, especially with all the traction they're going to get, and that I hope again that they're prepared for. You don't want new subscribers who honestly just to go on there to watch it all the time, like,
because that will be me. Like I need background something, and I will probably put it on over and over again. That's just, I think they will have to have it so that you can just keep watching it at least for a year or two.
I hope that would be a good comparison with that and the documentary that's also coming out.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be so much stuff to talk about on the podcast just with BTS alone. I know that like we're going to be, doing other things too, but BTS is going to be a lot this year just because of just how active they are going to be. There has been such a drought and now it's going to be full tidal wave just taking over. But I think the whole world is just going to be absorbed in it too. I always feel like with BTS, it seems like they take up a lot of people's time. Like people will always search up BTS stuff once they see them. Because the PR and just going on every talk show is coming too. Like we're going to see them on Jimmy Fallon. We're going to see them just like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, so I went and I looked, and it looks like we are going to get the information of when to purchase the online streaming through Weavers on February 27th.
Oh.
So next week.
Soon.
So next week we'll get the notification of like when we can go ahead and buy the tickets. Obviously the online live streaming dates are April 9th, April 11th, and April 12th. All at 7 p.m. Korean Standard Time.
Which is probably early our time.
I don't even want to do the math for that. Probably.
I want to say it's going to be like.
Probably what, 6?
Yeah, 6 a.m. Eastern, maybe. I think, maybe.
It's either 6 or it's going to be 5 Eastern.
Lord, early.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I always try to remember like when was the last streaming I saw and the times, because most of them are always like 6
or 8 sometimes. Sometimes they're 8. God, it's like time zones are hard, okay?
They are hard. I do it later. I'm like, okay, whenever it gets closer, that's when I start like, okay, when is this?
It is 10:30 a.m. here. It is 12:38 or 12:30 a.m. there. So it's already tomorrow there.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. It's like super early.
It's going to be so early, but will I do all 3 days? Yeah, because that's just my life, and I can't not watch all 3.
Don't forget, we're in America. We're springing forward before.
Oh my God, no! Oh.
So we get that extra hour. So because I remember I was looking at that, and originally it would have been 7, but now that we're doing the spring ahead, I think it's going to be 8 for me. No, 8.
Oh, be 8?
Yes, 8 in the morning.
Yeah,
an hour. Okay, hold on. I think we're losing an hour. All right.
Life is good. Sleep. I'm so happy. That's the best.
Well, isn't that good for you, Lala, then? Because that means it'll be 5 in the morning instead of like 4, right?
Yes, I know, but
I don't know time anymore.
It's all gonna depend. I probably will have to miss like one of them, only because I believe it's on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to miss
Thursday,
one
Friday, Saturday. Oh, sorry. Oh, never mind. Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, I'll be missing Thursdays because
they have a day in between.
Huh?
They have a day in between.
Yeah, they don't. They're not doing Friday.
But I'm also gonna have to miss Thursday. I remember that too because of work. So I'm just gonna catch Saturday and Sunday. But if I buy all 3, maybe I can watch the delay later.
Well, here's my thing too is like unless I work from home that Thursday, then I can make it work, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing anyways.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's watch all of it.
Yeah, because even if the tour, if you notice, there's some days where they have breaks, and it looks like they've tried their best to do weekend dates as well. We didn't talk about earlier what stuff. So of course, as a Florida girly, been begging for them to come to Florida all these years. We made it. We did it. All Florida Army, stand up. We made the dream come true. Jin kept his promise. He did. I got to give it up to my man, Kim Sok Jin. Okay. I believed in you. When you said it, when you said, I'll try to convince the members to come back, I was like, you better. And you kept your promise. Thank you.
Yep.
But yes, coming to Tampa. So I'm going to Tampa. Not Saturday. We could not. Oh my God. It was so hard to get tickets for Saturday, which was crazy because me and my friend Macy, which Macy has been on the pod before. I'm going with her, and especially too, I just figured since I won't be in Florida anymore, it'll be special for us. And she is the one that got me into BTS. And because of her work schedule, she hasn't really been keeping. It's a big thing for her to also see them all 7 again. She was ticketing for the Saturday. I was ticketing for Sunday. I was able to get us something for Sunday, but as soon as she got into Saturday, sold out. We were only waiting for like maybe 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, as soon as she got in, but then they surprisingly dropped a 3rd date for Tampa, which I wasn't expecting at all if they were going to add extra dates. And then we got tickets for Aisha, the ticket goddess, got us tickets for Tuesday. So I'm seeing them Sunday and Tuesday in April. And then again, I'm actually seeing them in August with Gina and her family. And where are we going? Baltimore?
Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So
That was my first SeatGeek experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Lala's getting to go.
I am.
Yes.
I am.
We had to convince her.
I wasn't supposed to. I got bullied. I did help with ticketing though. I did help a couple people in Discord. I was actually surprised at my numbers that I kept getting on the queue. I got very lucky this time. So I will be going to the Vegas stop come May 27th.
That's so exciting.
I know.
Yeah. And that'll be fun because you'll be with a group and you all are celebrating Shay's birthday. So
Shay's birthday, my wife's birthday, and Telly's birthday. And then obviously if we are throwing Telly, then it's Sun too, because it's technically all the Geminis.
Wow.
oh, y'all are celebrating all y'all birthday
It's
have
just
fun
a
with
big
that.
entire celebration. Yeah.
Will you be able to even hear the concert or will you be on the ground?
So I'm on the ground. This is gonna be my first time being on floor.
That's amazing.
So it's gonna be interesting because I've always wanted to experience floor. I just didn't think it would be like for BTS's comeback, like first tour. So that's kind of like, oh shit, okay, this is actually happening. We're not that close. We're like, so kind of like Simi, how you were set up for Jins when you were on the floor. You know how you had that stack of people in front and then you were like in the back portion. That's kind of the same setup that I have.
Nice.
I think that'll be better for you. Not to be like calling you out because you are a little bit on the shorter end, but I'm only saying that because listen, in my mind, I'm taller than you. I don't care if we're the same height. Okay. I'm just gonna think I'm taller than you until we meet in person. But anyway, they are actually doing a 360 tour like twice is, and I have been hearing a lot of people state. Actually, you know what? Complain about having floor for twice. Now, they have two separate pits for twice because the way their stage is set up. However, because it's 360, the stage is a lot taller than it normally is. And a lot of people have been saying if you're right at barricade, like even if you're, you know, pretty decently tall, you have to really
looking
look
at the
up.
stage.
So, yeah, and I'm assuming with BTS doing a 360 stage like that, there is going to be some height too, especially I'm sure a lot of the things they need, like as far as changing costumes and everything, is going to be under the stage, so it has to be taller. So,
and the screens will also be there. So I think farther back too, you'll be able to access the screens as well as them on stage.
Yeah.
I think that's like actually the better.
I'm a little terrified though, because like I don't think they would, but if they do decide to like walk on the floor or whatnot, we're like,
well, if you
right center of like the separation.
The extended stage is sloped. So I assume they are going to walk down.
And I have two of them. Like I'm in between two of them really close. And I'm like, oh God. Anyways, I'm trying not to freak out right now.
Watch out for the confetti. It will attack.
Fuck. This is what I get for laughing at Simi.
Yeah. So the confetti might come.
Karma's a bitch, isn't she?
At least there won't be no recording, so it's fine.
And there's
not a recording of me either. All you hear is my scream. You don't actually see the confetti on me.
It doesn't matter. We still like, and there was witnesses. There's two witnesses, which one of them is here with us.
And yes, but there are other witnesses, and they didn't see that, or they don't know me, so you never see that footage. Because thankfully, I have two people that I went with who don't record shit. I was the one recording. So if I wasn't recording,
there was still an audio proof that it happened.
But this is comeback, so the confetti is going to be more. So prepare. It's going to go the distance.
Fuck.
So
I'll at least hopefully get to have some of the confetti.
Is different than the streamers, as long as it's not those streamers.
Oh, they're going to do that because Tay needs to have his fashion show. He wraps them around himself and struts the stage. But yeah, I'm going to MetLife Stadium both nights, which I'm so surprised they didn't add a third night. And then I'm going to Baltimore both nights. Yes, I'm one of those people who is going to multiple days. But I'm going with my friend Anne, who is the only Army here in town where I live, and Caitlin. She's coming from Canada. Even though there was a Toronto date, it didn't match up with her job. And I said, I'm sneaking you across the border. And so she's flying from Ontario to New York. We're going to do a few days in the city too, actually, because it's like perfect. It's like on that extended weekend. And then I will see Simi. And then my husband, Paul, and my daughter, Emma, are going to be coming with us in Baltimore, which I'm excited for Paul. He was still wanted to see Jen, but he didn't get to see his bias. So now he'll see all 7 of them, which I think is a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Emma will get to see all 7 of them too. So
yes.
she'll get to see her biases.
Yes.
Aww.
It's going to be so
her
fun.
Biases?
She is a Jen and JK.
Okay, so she already saw one.
Okay.
So now she'll get to see JK.
Yeah, she saw one, but she's excited to see JK. I won't lie. I think it's the younger kids love JK.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. His energy.
That's really what it is.
Because he relates to them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because like a lot of people will be like, oh, well, he sings 7 and she's 12 and she'll be like 12 going on 13, like her birthday's in September as well. And
oh my God, you're going to have a teenager.
I know.
soon.
I will. My twins are turning 13 is crazy, but she sings the explicit version of 7 all the time. So people thinking, oh my God, she's going to see him. And if he does 7, I'll be like, she sings the full words with her chest in the shower. So it's not anything she hasn't heard. So, I mean, it's just funny. Like some people are like, you're bringing your children. And I'm like, listen, she knows. She's been out here.
And maybe I'm correct. Some people be acting like we didn't listen to worse when we were younger. So it's like this whole purity thing. I understand in some senses, like you do need to protect your children from a lot, but don't be acting like you weren't exposed to the same exact things, if not worse, when you were younger.
Plus,
if anything, I feel like a lot of music nowadays cleaned up some.
Oh yeah.
Some. I also feel too, like at the same time, like yes, you should be protecting your children, but also at the same time, don't let them walk around being like ignorant of situations
like don't shelter them from the real world.
Yes, because like at the end of the day, as soon as they leave your house, it's all for grabs at that point. What happens outside
on the bus.
And I feel like it's best to learn from your parents, having conversations with you and explaining situations than letting some stranger giving them that information that most likely isn't going to be the correct way of that information anywaes. So
yeah, and take advantage of them. Like they're more vulnerable if they're ignorant.
Exactly right. So yeah, like she knows. She listens to it in the car when I'm listening to it. It'd be silly not to say to her she couldn't go because I listen to it in the car all the time. And I was listening to Thong Song and Back That Ass Up in my car when I was little. Okay. So like I feel like it would be very, hypocritical of me to say she could listen to 7, okay, the explicit version.
Mm-hmm.
But not as very tame.
Yeah. God, bring back music.
We got very lucky.
Yearning.
Yep.
We did. We got very lucky. God.
So these are all like things to look forward to. Like there's going to be a lot of content of us.
I did not get lucky with getting a light stick though.
I didn't get see, so this is I'm so conflicted with that. I am so conflicted with that. Like I understand that we're going into like a new era and all that stuff, but I mean, come on. So like really to make the other I know I'll be fine when it comes to like going and seeing them because it's in May. Which okay, cool, but like at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like we should still be able to use the old army bombs at the
No,
concert.
that's weird because this whole time, because I didn't want a special. I knew when it first came out, when I saw the word special edition, I'm like, okay, so when they have another group come back, they're gonna put out a fourth version. I'm just gonna wait for the fourth version. I've said that since the Map of the Soul era, but I was still able to use my third version this entire time, even with the solo concerts, because I was actually afraid like I wouldn't be able to use my version 3 during Hobie and Jin's solo concert. I thought they were gonna phase it out then, but they didn't. So to not only phase out version 3, which I would have understood that, but to phase out the special edition,
version 4,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Which I had to go looking to realize which one I had.
Which one do you have?
I have the 4th one.
You have the special edition.
The special edition.
Okay, yeah. So I only have version 3 because I got that when I saw them at MetLife, and I've been holding on to that thing for dear life. I didn't get the special one. I'm not gonna like it. I thought it was plain, and that thing is way too fucking bright. Okay, it's so blinding. It's not even funny. And people are complaining about the new one, like not being as bright. I'm like, no, I'll take this new one, and it has prettier colors, and it could do special effects. But still, you shouldn't phase out the other one. But that shit is so bright.
It was great when the power outage happened in the summer for me, though. I used that thing as a flashlight.
Heck
there you go.
It was the best. I used it. I set it in my bathroom so I could, like, wash my face and stuff and see in there. It was great.
It comes in handy. The light sticks come in handy, people.
They do. They're battery powered. They're great.
I will say, though, I do like how you can charge the new one. Except, I don't know. I feel like it'll die quicker, too. I don't know.
You can't charge the new one.
Yeah, the new one's still battery operated.
So is it only the
not
dock
a charger?
That's chargeable? Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I really don't want that one.
The dock is like a mood lamp. So you could use it as a mood lamp as well as holding the new light stick, but it's not a charger. Now, Hybe does offer chargeable batteries, I hear.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yes, but it's still battery operated.
Listen, JK needs mood light however he wants. He just gets it locked in. I swear it was JK's idea to make it a mood light so that he could just have another like lighting device in his house.
I'm good.
I
mean, there's a possibility. There's a possibility that I have to talk to Sen. Because when I helped Sen get tickets for Chicago, unfortunately, it forces you to get 2 tickets for minimum. You weren't allowed to buy just 1 ticket. And so I ended up buying her 2 tickets. So originally, I was thinking of going to the concert and just going with Sen because, like, obviously it would have been a lot cheaper because it's right here in our city. We wouldn't even need to get a hotel or anything like that. That was the original plan until Nay came and Jason. Okay, let me put it out there. Mainly Jason became a bully and was like, "No, you're coming to Vegas." Okay, I guess I'm coming to Vegas, and so is the wife.
I mean,
now.
if I had the money, I had told you this privately. If I had the money, I was going to secretly buy 3 tickets. Be like, Lala, you're coming to Tampa with me.
Yeah, I know, and it's just Anyways, it's fine.
But like, if I love you, hang on, you have friends that love you, and I know you wanted to be the mature one out of all of us and focus on work and school, but at the same time, the way life is going, you need a break. You need to still have to find joy in this world, and if that joy is a concert, because you are a person who likes music and live music, you have friends who are willing to do whatever we can to make sure you get that break, so you're not stressed out all the time. It's our act of love to you. Just wanted to let you know.
I'm still going to be stressed out because now it's going to be like a party city with the group of people that we're going to.
Okay, well, that I can't help you with because that sounds stressful for me, but you're still going to at least be able to go.
No, I know.
You're going to see Danielle like hardcore.
Listen, I already told her, I'm like, I have a bedtime. Like, as soon as I'm tired, I'm out. Peace out. I'm going to my room. I'm going to sleep. And also, it's going to be the same way when it comes to Krista. Even though Jason's over here, like, is planning on getting Krista drunk, I'm like, good luck with that because she doesn't really drink too much. But She does easily get drunk. So like as it is, I'm already gonna have someone I'm gonna have to like take care of. So I told Shay, like, you're gonna have to rely on a whole bunch of us because we all have other people that we have to make sure are okay.
Like I said, you have to buy the leash. I'm not joking. Get her a cute little backpack. You know,
We're thinking of getting
God.
what is it? The tag, the Apple tag?
yeah.
Y'all are serious about the air
Air
tag?
tag.
The air tag, yes. Oh no, you have no idea how quickly she disappears.
No, she wanders off. In Chicago, she was like 1 minute hugging me, and the next she was gone, and I couldn't find her.
Mm-hmm. Like she
wanders down
disappears.
streets.
And apparently she's a lot worse when she's drunk. So when she's drinking, it's worse.
It's like having a toddler
Yeah.
that runs across the parking lot.
Obviously I hosted Super Bowl Sunday at my place. And so Shay and Son came over, and Shay was here in Chicago for like the weekend. And so they hung out with, obviously they hung out, and they were telling me how like Shay would be 2-3 blocks behind them, like whoever they were hanging out with, like 2-3 blocks away.
Yeah.
And then they turned back around, and then all of a sudden they didn't see her.
Yep.
And they had to go back to go see where the hell she went and find her. And yeah, it just
I think the air tag idea is really good idea, because
Y'all have
Vegas.
Because I've already had one experience trying to chase down drunk people in college with people like I wasn't really friends with like that. I'm never doing that again. So
And
have fun with that.
Vegas is one of those places too that there's a lot of shiny, pretty things to look at, and places that have like dark corners you can explore and sit in. And I feel like she's going to go into every single one.
She already has a list of like the bars and everything. Luckily, there's a list of bars that she is going to be hitting up. So it'll be a little easy to kind of be like pinpoint, like, all right, like where she could be. But also at the same time, like the hotels, the bars, the restaurants, they're so like almost on top of each other. Yes. You'll have to literally go into like every single one to see and all like, all right, is Shay in here?
They literally catacomb. Like they're like, it's a little maze because everything in Vegas is connected. In the hotels, like the casinos are all connected to other casinos, other lounges, other restaurants. So like it's easy to get lost because everything you would think would circle back, but it doesn't. It goes deeper and deeper. And then you get so turned around, and the drunker you get, they want you to, so then you gamble more. Or you drink more because you get lost and you're like, I have to take a break because I've walked like 5 miles in this catacomb of places. And then there's stores, like there's like a shopping mall in the hotel. I love that one. Yeah, so like it's so crazy. Vegas is really one of the coolest places to have like a concert, but it's also like detrimental to your bank account.
Yes.
Because everything is super expensive. But I mean, the thing that they did with PTD was they turned everything into BTSville, basically. So
I'm hoping they do the same.
The restaurant had a bunch of Korean food available and drinks that were themed available. They had just like things set up, and like even the fountain show, they had a certain fountain show at the Bellagio or whatever that had purple, and they did just BTS stuff. Like Vegas does really take care of the artists that go there that have a huge following because they can accommodate a lot of people. Because when I was there, it was probably one of the better concert experiences I'd had for an extended weekend. So it is going to be amazing. And that's stadium is one of the nicest stadiums I've ever seen a show in. It's very new. They have the infrastructure. You can get in and out very easily. And some of them are sitting in the club seats. Like Shay and a bunch of them are sitting in the club, which is amazing. Paul and I were lucky enough to get into club seats when we went, and it was amazing. So that stadium is beautiful.
Actually, since you guys have traveled and you guys have traveled with like your army bombs, how in the world? Because like I don't know.
An army bomb, okay?
Well, I know that. Call it a light stick when I get there. I know that. I just don't know like if I feel comfortable like traveling with it. Cuz like I don't have the box. I have it out. Like I have it like
Do you have
checked out.
Do you have the sleeve? Like, do you have the pouch that came with it?
I'll have to check.
Yeah, I
What
just put mine in my pouch and I just pack clothes around it. I mean,
Yeah, I wrap
mine
it
have been
in
pretty
t-shirt.
fine.
It's pretty hard plastic. Like it's not like a glass globe or anything. It won't crack. I promise you.
Okay.
It's very strong. I usually put it in my pouch. Do not put batteries in it though.
No. I'm gonna buy the batteries when I get over there.
because they don't let you fly with batteries. But
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Candace had taught me a trip. You actually can. You just have to take the batteries out of whatever before and just put them in a like plastic. Yeah, like put them in a Ziploc plastic bag. So if they're small enough, like the AAA is fine. You just can't take like a car battery, obviously. But those little ones, yeah, you can travel with them.
Because they don't.
I mean, I don't think it will matter because since it's me and the wife, I think, and she's come to realize because originally the original plan was to do the carry-on for both of us, and you know we each have our stuff. When she realized the rules and regulations of the products, she's all like, "Yeah, fuck that. I will pay for the check-in bag. We are taking our check-in bag." I was like, "Okay, sure."
Paul carries on, but I don't.
I'm going to do also still a carry-on regardless because, yeah.
That makes sense. And Simi, are you going to try to get a light stick at the show?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know if I want to try for the show. I mean, I really don't want to give Target my money if I can avoid it, but I really don't know. I don't know because it's another thing where I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, if you're only going to make this version the only version after a certain date after June, you would think they are going to have enough supply to not run out because during the permission to dance, they ran out of light sticks. And a lot of like, I'm noticing too with other groups, I'm not like a big fans of other groups as I am with BTS, but like even with the Twice thing, like in K-pop, they've made light sticks at live concerts such like an integral part of the show, but you don't have enough for people to like make it noticeable, you know? And then you get in these weird online, like, well, not online too, because I think there was one girl in the server talking about how she met someone at the actual concert talking about stuff you usually see only people online talk about, like how it's disrespectful bringing another group's light stick to a show and all this bullshit. But what do you want me to do if you want me to have the light stick and not have the audience be dark, but you don't have the supply? So I would hope, again, if you're making this the only version, you would have the supply. The way things have been moving lately, I just don't know. I know for that light stick, I'm gonna have to find some way to get it.
I know too. Like, I was surprised that they don't have more staggered releases even on Weverse for the light stick.
Yeah, like why after the second pre-order there hasn't been a restock?
And they should have been more prepared because, like, come on now, it's BTS. Like,
the way getting a light stick was actually worse than getting tickets was insane to me. I had so many problems getting a light stick, and my friend who got a light stick and a dock, for them to later come back and cancel her order for the dock.
A lot of people were getting their orders canceled. Yep.
Ridiculous.
No shit.
Yeah.
People were paying and then it canceled later.
Yeah. Because of so many glitches, people's cards kept glitching. They somehow were able to get more than they had. So they had to cancel orders. Because
which again doesn't make sense, because if it's a pre-order, making the items on the orders.
So she was very upset, like, because she was able to secure both, and then to come back 24 hours later and find your order canceled for a dock. I would have been pissed. So she was not happy. So they're obviously, and that happened with people's light sticks. Luckily, I didn't even try to go for the dock. Do I want the dock? Yeah, sure. But I was more concerned about getting the light sticks than anything. And they didn't cancel mine, thank God. But I know that was a huge problem. Like I said, this comeback is going to be much like this. I have a feeling like there's going to be blips like this with just the demand. And I don't know how many light sticks they can possibly have for each location for the concert. Like, will they have enough for every single person at the stop? Like, and they're doing the whole stadium. There is no blocked out area either. So it is like full capacity. So are you going to have enough for people?
And also, too, I'm wondering for like for merch. Are they gonna do, you know how like Jin and Hobie like special items, like those freaking acorns, or like the Wuto plush, where I guess they thought the little guitars would be more like a seller than the plush, but it was really the plush. So like everyone was fighting for the plush, and it's like, oh my god, are we gonna have something like that for OT7?
Probably.
I hope not. No.
You know why? Because it's sold, and Hybe is like not above making money grabs. So they will find a plush or some keychain, and I'm afraid they're going to make it exclusive, like the freaking acorns, like based on the stock. Because
I also hope the merch is better, because people have been getting lazy. Like companies have been getting really lazy with the designs and merch lately, and it's ridiculous for how much we have to pay for something a fan can make better. I'm just saying.
I feel like for this comeback though, because of the wait that Army has to go through to see them and everything, I'm hoping that their merch is a lot better, because like even like Jin's merch, Yoongi's merch, who else went on Hobie's? Like they were good. I mean, there's certain things that were kind of like, like they could have done better.
From Jin, I wear that thing all the time. It's the best quality. It's so good.
For what?
Jin's baseball jersey.
Okay.
It was beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. I wear it all the time. It's just it just fit every body type. It was very much size. Like any size could fit. They were oversized. So you could buy an extra large or 2X and it would be big enough to fit bigger people. That was beautiful.
That was my only complaint when it came to Hobie's, because I actually have a t-shirt and a sweater from his, and it runs smaller. And I was just like,
I heard that. Like Jin's though was very size included,
and
like,
so was Yoongi's, because I still wear the t-shirt that I got from Yoongi's.
This time I would love a sweatshirt, because I have a Hobie sweatshirt that I really like. Hobie's zip up was really nice quality. It's heavy and I wear it all the time. So I really like another sweatshirt. That's like, but I hope the design is good. Like that too is like, I want the designs to look good. Because sometimes the designs are just like a stripe or, you know what I'm saying? Like something silly. And so I really want the merch to be cohesive to whatever they have as a concept. Like I want it to look good, which again, we have no idea, but I just want the merch to be a good quality, size inclusive, and have a good design. You know, just normal, you know?
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully Lala gets her calendar soon and her schedule of when things are supposed to
That's all I need. I don't care that they have question marks. I need to know when to expect a drop, because all it's going to be is just going to be notification after notification, and like I'm going to be overstimulated, and then I'm going to just silence my phone and being like, I'll get to it later. Like I don't have the mental capacity. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's been happening already with other like groups that I follow. I'm like, you guys are not giving me a schedule. Silent. No.
Oh my god.
I'll figure it out later. I'm not doing this. But
I mean, just sitting here, like as I'm thinking of like us talking, I'm like, yeah, we're not going to have problem filling a time with content. Like it's just going to be us finding the time to make this content. It's going to be good content. I can already tell. But like
I'm
just
hoping.
sitting here listening, I'm just like, oh yeah, there's going to be content here. Like
You
I
have
said,
so much hope in this podcast, Gina, and I appreciate you for that. Sometimes it's more hope than me.
I mean, no, there's going to be enough content for us to like record. It's just more or less like how everything plays out for it, like the experience that we go through for
And
it.
I think too, variety is going to be a thing that we've talked about, and like the kinds of things, like they're still going to be watching things, I believe, like because Simi especially watches a lot of stuff, and then I get pulled into watching the stuff. Like just the other day, I thought of an idea that I didn't tell Simi about, but I was like, oh, I have a thought of stuff we could.
You can tell me after.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's going to be, I think 3 minds creatively are better than like 1 or 2, even. Like, because we're all different people. And I think that's the main thing. And not letting go of the podcast is a really good thing, because it just means that there's more growth in this podcast that needs to be done. You know?
It'll look a little different, but
yeah,
it'll still, everything will work out. And, you guys are not fully getting rid of us.
Also depends too if I want to try to keep up with the times. And I don't know how I feel about this new format of like video podcasts now. Like I feel like that just takes away of what podcast like originally started at. It started as just like audio, I feel like, or like another form of like almost radio, but instead of like with music, you're just talking. And now everyone wants to go and make video podcasts. Will we do video podcasts? I don't know, because that means I have to get up earlier. I have to make sure I look decent on camera. I have to pay attention to how I'm fidgeting. And that's more editing on me too, with like editing the video in case I need to like edit something out. And I'm just like, because like I know on Spotify now you can upload the videos with your podcast, so you can do either audio or video. A lot of YouTube now, and they've put now on Netflix and for podcasts. I saw Pete Davidson is coming out with on Netflix exclusive podcast. And now Apple Podcast is also going to update with the feature to upload your videos for podcasts.
I feel like if that was the case, then everybody should just have a YouTube channel.
Right?
Exactly. Like if that's the case, it should have just been YouTube channel.
No, I don't
like it just.
I don't like the video thing, because when
I started a podcast to do YouTube.
Yes. No, for that reason alone, I think you just do audio. And to be honest, when I listen to a podcast and it has a video, because I usually listen in my car, but I don't even have video. Like I just listen, because that's what you're supposed to do to me. Like, so no. And you're right. If you wanted to be seen, you would do YouTube.
And like, I understand, because there are people like, okay, so obviously it's not bashing on anyone in the audience, right? Because some people do need that visual, viewing, which, okay, understandable. But again, you have YouTube for that. You have the YouTube channels for that do any of like the video along with their podcasts and everything. But it's just to automatically expect that every podcast is going to start doing videos. It's kind of like that defeats the purpose when this started out as like an audio thing.
Listen,
I don't know. It seems like everyone does it now.
And put it on socials. I'll just take a picture of myself, do the peace sign, and put it on Instagram. Be like, hello, there. This is who's talking to.
Listen, at the end of the day, you follow us on our social media too, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to be taking pictures when we go to the concerts and stuff like that.
That's
so,
true.
like, you will see our faces.
Like, listen, I'll do.
Well, right now, the only face that's on our like actual podcast social media is mine. So,
was there no pictures of you and Gina when you guys went to the concert for Hobie?
I didn't post them on our podcast. I post them on my personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if you really want to see, I will like.
Listen, we could post our faces on like our social media.
I'm just saying.
I try to be careful with that because I don't know everyone's comfortability. Because I know the video I made of the outfit I made for Hobie, that's on like our podcast social media. And then like before too, like when I used to do birthday posts, like I would only post pictures of me. And then like when everyone else's birthdays came up, it was a time we were taking breaks, so we weren't posting. So
guess we could pose this to the viewers. Would you want to see our faces more like for concert content or just random times that we think we look cute? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do people want that interaction? If you've made it this far, people, can you let us know? Like, would you want to see like an album of like going to a concert, like our fits and some just clips, people getting attacked by confetti, like, you know.
That's already
Like,
on our
I don't know
social,
why I'm
and again,
laughing
you
because
don't
this is
see
going to
my
be me.
face.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you guys want pictures that are more personalized of us on for like, since we are talking to you, do you want to see a little bit of our faces to know who you're talking to? Because I wouldn't be bothered posting like fun little things, especially from concert. Like, if that's something that you guys want to see, just let us know.
And it sucks too because like, so my original thought last year for this coming year was like me, Simi meeting up and like taking a photo together and like posting that. You know what I mean? Like, of us like actually being physically together, hanging out. That to me, I was all like, okay, well, that'd be perfect for the podcast then, because then it shows us like hanging out and stuff like that. So it just obviously sucks because the three of us live in 3 different states. So
I mean,
a little harder.
With the move, I will be closer to you, I think. From my understanding, I would be a 4-hour drive from you.
Yes. So there's more, there's a higher possibility of like us seeing each other now with you moving closer. Mm-hmm.
And it's not a long drive for me. It's a little longer. It's like 6 hours or something, but still.
To get to Simi?
Now or when I move?
When you move.
I meant for Regina. Right? She said 6 hours.
Yeah, it's a little longer for me. I have to go through like Ohio, like most of Ohio and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Listen, I'm not good at directions.
It would take you longer to get to me on the border of Kentucky.
It would take forever to get to Florida. When you live in Florida, it would take me so long.
Yeah, but we're talking about driving, right? Driving wise.
Yeah.
Driving. So driving wise, it would take her longer to get to Florida versus like where you're going to be moving to.
Yeah,
like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because from her perspective, it didn't sound like it.
It's not like
it would be.
Because when I drive so if I was to drive to Chicago, it's 9.5 hours, 10 hours for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a little less than that to get to Kentucky.
Damn.
So it would make sense that I'm further away. So for me to get to Lala, it would be like 9.5 hours, and you're a little closer, but you're 4 hours away. So yeah, it'd be like 6 hours to get to you.
Okay. But yeah.
Yeah, but it would take me over a day. It would take me like 14 hours to drive to Florida. It's like a long time.
Yeah, and people don't realize how long the state is. Like, Florida is long as a state.
Yeah. Because I have my neighbors used to drive to Florida, and they would have to they actually did it one time, and there is actually a car train that you can catch in like Maryland or something, and you and your car can go to Florida by train. You like drive your car onto the train, and you have like a little seat in the train, and you can eat and sleep, and you get there with your car. But you can do that. And that's what they do now, because it's crazy. But yeah, it would take a long time. But you will be closer. But I would be curious to see if people would like social media with pictures and personal touches. That would be, I would be fine with posting stuff now and again. And
that would be great if we can get some audience engagement, which I've been begging for the past 5 years. So it's your time now, guys. Send in some engagement. Send in some emails.
And I think too, like, it will help us to discover maybe content we can make for the podcast and things we can talk about. Because like, if you engage even with the social media posts that we make, then maybe it'll inspire something. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new era, okay? It's our comeback, right? It's
For
our
this year,
comeback?
yes.
Woo!
Yeah, because technically is this the first one getting posted in 2026? No, it's the second one.
Yeah,
No,
because you
this is
guys,
first.
Oh, this is the first. Yeah, so yeah, it is our comeback.
it's the comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time we
This is the time.
posted something was in November for the anniversary.
For the anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I feel like this is all good vibes, though.
All right. Well, it seems like we're wrapping up. So, is there anything else we want to talk about? Head on out of here. I know a majority was talking about BTS's comeback, but stay
Listen, that's
tuned.
excitement. It's excitement.
It is. It's excitement for us, and it's excitement for fellow armies that may be listening to us. So we're all ready. Again, trying to figure out my schedule, trying to find ways of like things I'm watching to do more review. Low key, I'm debating if I want to do an episode on the Next Top Model documentary or not. Was I the only one on here that watched that show?
No, I watched it.
I did not watch
it.
So here's my problem. I am so in defense because I did watch it, but here's the thing: is that Tyra Banks, fuck that bitch. First off, second off, she also like co-produced that documentary.
So that's a rumor that's been going around. This documentary, she had nothing to do with as far as the production side. I think there was like maybe things they had to talk about to get her on, because obviously you saw, well, I don't want to spoil it. I don't care. Obviously, at the end, you saw she was promoting a Cycle 25. If that happens or not, we will see. But she had nothing to do with the actual production side.
Okay.
Isn't there another one? Is there another documentary coming out?
Yes.
Yeah, one on E! News is doing, which I got to find a way to watch that because it's going to be separate episodes. So one episode will talk about America's Next Top Model, but the other ones are going to talk about Dr. Phil and The Price is Right, which I'm very curious about what drama would happen with The Price is Right.
Price is Right.
What happened with Price is Right?
Listen, I do know some of that.
The Dr. Phil one and the America's Next Top Model, it's like, okay, that makes sense
Now,
on
is
like
the
why
Price
you're
of
talking
Right-
about this. But what Price is Right? Like what
So
happened?
That's what I
the Price
said.
of Right one about, is it about Bob Barker, Price is
Yes.
Right, or the Drew one?
Bob.
All right, yeah, I know the Bob T. I do know that.
At least it's rumored. I don't think there has been any confirmation.
No, I haven't heard anything, but I do know about Bobby, Mr. Bobby. I do know about him, and he was not a good human.
Oh,
That's
God.
at
All right,
least
well,
what
maybe we're going to
getting
talk
told.
about that. Yeah.
Because
looks like
I
we're
grew
gonna talk
up
about that
on
when that
Price is
drops.
Right. I did grow up on Price is Right. Anytime I was sick, I was like excited because I could watch that show. But then when I like started still watching it with him and then hearing things about him, like it kind of soured it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's so funny because this is a generational thing. I know nothing about Top Model except for like clips, but I know about Price is Right.
Yeah, see, like I saw America's Top Model.
But let's just say
until it started getting too crazy.
With Bob Barker and the women that like showed the products, there's some stuff that went down that those women were not treated well, and he had a tendency to not be a nice person. So I think I will be interested. I think I actually might watch that one because that to me is super interesting that they're actually going to dig in there because he was protected for a long time.
Aren't they all always protected?
Yeah. But like I felt like they might just say, oh, he's of that generation and push it under the rug like they do. So I'm actually surprised. So I'm wondering if the women are coming out, like
Probably.
the women that worked there. I'm actually very interested. I didn't know.
Because I do know they've shown like little clips of it and it looks like women are being interviewed.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
I'll watch it just to support them. Because like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's dead, it doesn't matter. I think people need to know. It just sucks that he is not here to like be
accountable.
Yeah.
Not that they really are, but you know.
But I actually am very intrigued. So yeah, I might watch that and then we can talk about it because I'm actually very interested in that. Like I said, the top model, I didn't know a lot about. Like wasn't invested in that. But
It was.
So was I.
I was. And it was so funny because like I was talking to Shay about it because Shay watched it first. And I was telling her, seeing some of it like brought me back to like when I was watching it. And I'm like, I remember this. I remember this episode. And there's certain episodes where I literally remember feeling so uncomfortable that I would just shut off the TV and like, it's fine. I don't need to finish the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because of how crazy they were starting to get.
Yeah, and I do wish they got into the older seasons too, like when they brought the guys on. Because I mean, I watched up until then too, and I definitely blocked out when Rita Ora. I've been saying this all day. When did Rita Ora take over the last 2 cycles? I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that, and that must have been a time where like I stopped watching it because there was a point where I did stop. And then when they brought the male models, I started watching it again a little bit.
Yes.
Then again, they started getting. And then it started getting crazy again. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I don't need to watch.
So are they going to do, is cycle 25 going to be male and female? Or
we don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, and I feel like Tyra the cycle 25, but we'll see. I mean, where's she going to film it? Australia? She lives in Australia now.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
And I don't think they'll air it anyways.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, because of the backlash that she's getting from this documentary, I don't think it would air. And if they did, it wouldn't last long.
And she's not the only one I think deserves the backlash. But if we talk about it, I'll get into it more.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
because there's one of them I'm looking at and I'm like, don't you try to turn the tables on this, sir. Because you were just as worse as Tyra.
Yep. I think I know who you're talking about, and I don't even know. But I think I know who you're talking about.
Well, I think I talked about it in the server. So if you heard me talking about it in the server, then you know. But yeah, no. I think he got off a little too easy.
A lot of them got off way too easy. And Tyra Banks is still not being accountable for anything that she did. So
never will. Never will.
Yeah. But yeah, there's things like that and maybe other documentaries we find. You know, I was thinking of ideas as we sit here and talk. Maybe I could do a fun thing as like a different generational thing where like, whether it's music or TV. I feel like me and Lala talk about this once, but I was thinking because I'm making Gina watch a lot of things I watch, maybe I can show her like a TV show, season or 2 of my generation and see how she would react.
It's true. I turned 41, okay? I am an older generation.
It's fine, Gina.
My age
still
is
love you.
41.
You know, K-dramas, try to see if I can get more guests on here. I don't know. I would like to have Shay back if she's willing and able to talk about the BTS album. And there's one other person I was thinking of maybe trying to ask to be on here that we'll have to figure out because of time differences as far as but something BTS related. And
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I have another person in mind if I do like K-drama reviews that I would like to have on here. Plus it'd be helpful. Yeah, plus it'd be helpful to have her on here because she studies Korean, so she could help interpret some things I may think the captions are saying, but she could be like, well, Simone, they actually meant this. So got some ideas, got to figure out how to plan them. But yeah, so we are back because I was thinking, may not be as frequent. I can't talk anymore. So that means it's time to go. It may not be as frequent, but we will still be here. You can't get rid of us. What did Dylan O'Brien say as Void Styles? No Teen Wolf fans over here. It's just me.
Listen, you know how long it's been since I've watched it, and I never finished it. We've had this conversation before.
I've never even watched that show on
Netflix. I'm doing a rewatch on Netflix.
With what time, woman? What time?
We'll make you time.
I'm behind in the other anime too.
That could be a great interaction question. If you've gotten this far into the podcast, if you're able to comment like on Spotify and stuff, finish my sentence. What does the very last episode of Teen Wolf season 3, 3B, does Void Styles tell regular Styles and Lydia? What's his famous line? And then we'll just go from there.
I feel
so called out right now.
I have to watch someday.
Oh, we're watching it after Fairy Tale. I already decided that. Actually, we might watch it before Fairy Tale. We'll see. We might do an in between. Like if we don't feel like doing Fairy Tale, we'll watch Teen Wolf.
Listen, maybe we should discuss our Fairy Tale watching one day, since we've almost
we have so much
done.
Yes, we're almost done. But yes, I think that wraps it up for at least the recording. So I have been Simone. It's been Gina and Lala. I said your name for you, but it's okay. Yes, and that was Lala. Oh, we're gonna go, guys. Hope you have a good day. A good whenever you listen, wherever you listen to this. We will see you later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Gina, you didn't say bye.
Bye.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.